Tonight we were at Spot Monkey, and you were in a tag match, teaming with Damian Chambers against Dalton McKenzie and Paul London. Let's talk about it.
All right, let's talk about Spot Monkey. Let's talk about all those things. So Spot Monkey is a promotion ran by one Tim Tatum, who used to dabble and help with HWA, Heartland Wrestling Association. I think some IWA Mid-South as well. And he used to do a lot of stuff. And he started running in the Southern Ohio area. Originally just doing charity shows for high schools and to help fundraisers, basically, to help pay for athletics and stuff. But then he decided he wanted to branch out a little bit. He started running more shows and not so much in high schools anymore and stuff. So he's kind of running in that Southern Ohio, Batavia, and South area. And he uses a good amount of the Cincinnati guys, and he'll try to bring in either legend names or names that can still go occasionally, and just to kind of, pop the crowd, or, maybe give somebody a cool match or whatever. And tonight, we wrestle myself and Damian Chambers as my tag partner, because I am the champion. And him and I wrestled against Dalton McKenzie, who won a battle royal, I think, for a chance to wrestle me and lose. And he teamed up with one Paul London tonight. And yeah, let's talk about all the people involved in this match. Obviously, there's me, who, if you know me, then you're probably watching this because it's me. You probably don't need to know anything else about me. And then you got Damian Chambers. Now, Damian Chambers is a young man who, when he started wrestling, I believe, I could be wrong about this, but he started in Dayton, and he was training under a guy for a while, and then he stopped training under that guy, and then I kind of was brought in with some other people to take over the training. So I kind of helped Damian along in his first little bit. And he has grown into quite the young wrestler. He travels to Canada, and he's had a lot of really, really good opportunities, and he seems to take pretty good advantage of all of them. He's a very professional young man, very skilled. So it's one of the reasons why I'm okay with teaming with him, because he's good, and I think we're going to have a good time together. And then, of course, there is Dalton McKenzie, who is my kid in the wrestling world of, whatever. I made him. Everything that he is because of me, except for the fact that he's freaking jacked and as big as a house, and he's got a personality, and he's freaking funny. None of that has anything to do with me. I'm only the good wrestling he does. That's my fault. Everything else, that's his parents, and I have anything to do with that. But he's kind of my kid, and he's a goof, but he's incredibly talented. He's so talented. And then, of course, there's Paul London, which Paul London is a dog, and he's the man. He's an independent and wrestling legend, in my opinion. And I have actually, I don't know if anybody knows this or not, but myself and Paul London, pretty close, very upset that we had to wrestle each other tonight, and that he took such great pleasure in stomping my spine through my chest. I didn't appreciate that very much, and I expect an edible arrangement or something, Paul. If you get to see this, I'll text you later. It's fine. So it was a good night, though. How did you feel about it? Feel pretty good about it? Yeah, it seemed like the crowd was having a good time, and it kind of took me every time I come down here and I get to do this in the Batavia. That's where we were tonight. We were in Batavia, which is kind of really, really close to the Red Barn Flea Market, which is where Heartland Wrestling Association used to run in like the early 2000s. And they would run shows there, and I once saw Matt Stryker, or it was Jamie Noble. Jamie Noble defend the HWA Cruiserweight Championship against Eddie Guerrero and Rey Mysterio in the Red Barn. Yeah, I watched that live. There was like, I don't know, a couple hundred people in the crowd. It's nuts, man. Like, it's crazy. But this venue is literally probably like, I don't know, a really, really good baseball throw from the Red Barn where it used to be. So kind of a cool little thing to be like, hey, wrestling Paul London and somewhere down the road from Red Barn, because he actually remembers the old HWA days. Somebody else was telling me that he was talking to him and mentioned Cincinnati wrestling, what he thought of it. He's like, well, it used to be like a big hub. And in the early 2000s, it was, man. It was, you had NWF, you had HWA, you had, where I came from, IWI, Ring of Honor used to come through here all the time. And wrestling in, the early 2000s in this region was dope. And we got to see, like, a lot of those cool people come through. Like, London, for me, is, like, always been one of those dudes. Paul London was trained by Shawn Michaels. Obviously, I'm a huge Shawn Michaels mark. So being able to be in the ring just with him and be like, hey, you know, like I'm technically a degree separated from Shawn Michaels now. That's kind of cool. It's a cool thing. I didn't get to do much name stuff early in my career. And now that, like, I've survived as long as I have, I've got to do a lot of cool name stuff. Paul and I tagged a couple years ago, actually, and I want to say Williamsburg, Ohio, I think. And we were a great tag team. I don't know why he would ever want to break up that tag team. We could have been awesome. We could have been the second coming of him and Brian Kendrick, in my personal opinion.
Are you sure about that?
I mean, I don't know. Why are you looking at me like that? You don't believe me. That's fine. It's fine. Breaking my heart, but whatever. But so in preparation for my match with Paul London, I had to watch some old Paul London stuff. And I went back and watched some old Ring of Honor stuff with Paul London. If you don't watch early Ring of Honor stuff, like I'm talking like 2002 to like 2005, maybe 6 or whatever, if you don't watch that period of time, Ring of Honor, you are truly missing out on just too much. You're just missing out on too much. You're doing yourself a disservice if you're not watching that as a fan, and if you're a wrestler as study material. I watched this match between Paul London and AJ Styles, and good Lord, man, you would think those two dudes hated each other. I mean, they don't. It's just competition, right? It's just that's what we do. It's competition, and you may say that it is what it is. It's wrestling, but trust me, there are ways you can win. And I feel like on those days, there's a lot of winning going on. Now it's not so much like that anymore. So anytime I get the opportunity to get into the ring with somebody who I feel has like that little bit of a kind of hate you itch in them, it kind of makes me excited. And although Dalton is my kid and he's very respectful to me to a great extent, I do know that he's gonna mess me up when he gets the opportunity to. And just being in the ring with somebody who like has done that with literally the best in the world. I mean, we just AJ Styles just retired the other weekend, right? And Paul London had this fantastic match with him like freaking 20 years ago or something, and now I'm getting in the ring with that guy, and he's still got it, man. He still can go, and that's just such a cool freaking thing to sit there and think about that happened in this little bitty town in front of, I don't know, like what, 250 people or something like that today? Something like that? Easily. It's a good night, man. It's a good night. Got another one tomorrow. It's not going to be with Paul London, though. But it's cool. I will have to deal with Dalton again tomorrow. And then, yeah. I don't know if I got anything else today.
He's awesome.